Welcome to Dimensions and Pathos Tier 7. So I'm going to be... Wait, let me just reset that. So I'm going to be doing this with Sarah, Charlotta, Ultimecia. This is actually the team that I did this with the very first time when Tier 7 first dropped. And at the time, Sarah hadn't even received a realization yet, let alone... And like, I think they have, what, 1-2 summon boards? We now have significantly more summon boards. Sarah's got a realization. I have a purpled. I also have perfect arts, although again, by this time, Power Creep has made it such that you don't need perfect arts for this. If you really want to see my arts though, like, I do have perfects on Sarah. Those are Charlotta's, right? And Ultimecia's. But again, you can get away with much less than this. The key is really the summon boards. The summon boards are what will give you the stat boost to make this downright easy. I'm going to be using Brothers because very specifically because of the the MBRV boost that he gives, which is important when you have 2 batteries on the team. It's also very crucial to a strategy that I'm going to be running, which we'll see later. So, yeah. Okay, let's go. So back when this tier first dropped, I mean, there was a need to be a lot more conservative with skill usage because of the fact that, well, yeah, you were doing much less damage per turn, and so you needed your skills to last longer. With all the summon boards and power creep and whatnot, if you have them max, you shouldn't be having any issues whatsoever, you know, getting this fight done in a very short period of time. So there is really zero need to be too conservative with skills. Just spend whatever skills you need to spend, right? Obviously, don't be reckless with them, right? I'm gonna use Moonlight to get Charlotta's buffs. Sarah's buffs up. Like for example, Ultimecia's skills, like they only turn into the plus version if you at 5 stacks of Maleficum. So it's not worth it spending skills until you have gotten her stacks up to 5, right? So for Ultimecia specifically, you definitely don't want to be spamming too much until you hit 5 stacks, which you will by the next turn, right? So Sarah, I'm gonna use Wound because Wound has splash damage, whereas Moonlight is split damage. And Charlotta, of course. Whatever. Okay, so this is where I am just going to spend a skill. Why not? Just to charge the X, because now she's at 5 stacks. And her skill is actually at plus version. There we go. Come on, the beast! Yay! So with these guys, okay. So first of all, gonna inflict wound on them. Focus on the commander beast because of the fact that you obviously don't want to let the 2 side wolves get out of hand because they can do quite a lot of damage. So you don't want to leave them unbroken. But given that Ultimecia and Sarah both have AoE brave hits on both their skills, keeping them in check should not be an issue, especially not with Sarah's sap. So yeah, there's really not a need to worry too much. I'm just gonna HP attack here. Yeah. Get the Moonlight buffs back up. So just by the way, Ultimecia, one of Ultimecia's weak points is her lack of attack, right? It's her low attack. Sarah grants, like, her generic attack up buff that she has from Moonlight is a whopping 60% attack up. If you have her perfect arts, she also auras an additional 40% plus attack up. So Sarah is essentially providing more than 100%, more than if you have her character boards done, right? If you don't, then it's 100%, assuming you have perfect arts, right? That's a 100% aura. But yeah, 60% comes from that Moonlight buff. So as far as possible, try to keep that Moonlight buff on Ultimecia constantly. which can be a bit difficult because of the number of free turns that Ultimecia has, but oh well. Ultimecia's gonna lose a turn because I let her break. It's okay. But normally you wouldn't. It's just that I don't care. It's not that big a deal. Okay. So when Charlotta's when Charlotta's X gauge gets just tiny bit higher than that, so like slightly past the quarter mark, one single use of Light of the Crystal will actually get it fully charged. So keep an eye on that, so that you can you know when it's a good time to charge. So in this case, I'm going to actually just spam skills. I'm just to charge it fully, so that I can get her X buff up, which confers additional, I think it's what, 20% HP damage. So it boosts your HP damage, right? And also so that I can battery the rest of the team and use her S2. Because her S2 does damage according to how much the rest of the team is batteried, right? So, you know what? I'm gonna... There. So that's got Ultimecia back. What? Her X is still in charge. Why? Annoying. Okay, whatever. Fantastic. Ultimate Arrow I can use on Cyberus because it does 100% splash. So it doesn't matter who you use it from, it'll do exactly the same amount of damage on everyone else. That probably wasn't a good idea, actually. That's okay. And... yeah. New boss. So you notice I'm really not being considered with skills at all, I'm just spamming. Finally, that EX is charged. Jeez, that took a while. So with this, Vitain only use Hell's Judgment on the free turn just to because she has a debuff on it, but only use it for the free turn. Actually, like the actual skill usage, keep all four all the way to the end, the last wave. Okay, you'll see why in a bit. But yeah, so for everything other than free turn, use Protean Swords. So again, I'm not bothering to conserve skills, just loop her EX. There is no need to conserve skills here. Sweet. Renew Ultimecia's buffs. And we're back. Protean Swords. Protean Swords. Honestly, I know you said you were a bit like stressed out about getting this guy killed before he resummons his ads. You don't have to. It's fine. Even if he resummons his ads, which he won't, right? You will have ample skills. It's okay. Don't need to worry too much. And we're done. Okay, so this thing, okay, usually if you use 3 skills on all 3 of Ultimecia's turns, her EX will be charged by her very next turn. But this sort of phenomenon happens when, you know, you finish the wave, the previous wave, before her EX charges, and then she begins the next wave at the beginning. Turn swapping and turn manipulation and speed has always just fucked with Xcast. I don't know why, it just does. So usually when this happens, yeah, when a character that by rights should have had their EX charged by the next turn, they end the wave and then they cross over and begin the next wave. This happens, like they start with the EX not fully charged. But it's okay, actually this is better because it gives me the chance to just oh, even better, so I can let me Moonlight and renew the buffs first. I am also going to just Light of Crystal. Get her fully batteried Crystal Core Wave. So these Ghost Bros, whatever you do, do not kill them one by one, because when you do that, the remaining survivors buff themselves massively, right? So as far as possible, you're gonna kill them together, which is not gonna be an issue with this team, because so get Sarah's AA up, because Sarah's AA actually allows overflow. It gives 20% overflow. All right. Me. And so normally people advocate for never doing free turns in summon, because it's essentially a waste of free turns. Your summon is already counted as free turn, so if you do a free turn on a free turn, then you can only, it just counts, you've just wasted free turns. But for this, I don't care. The reason why I'm aiming to cast Ultimisia's X in summon is because, as you can see, her MBRV goes up massively in Brother's Summon, which is amazing for... Okay, watch. So Hell's Judgment normally does it does a full 100% splash. So it means that however much Brave you manage to gather, it does that full 100% on every single target. The downside is Hell's Judgment, number 1, normally does not have overflow. Number 2, Ultimisia's MBRV is not all that high, normally. So, but the thing is, Sarah has just given her overflow. Sarah also has given her a 100% attack boost. Brothers has also, Sarah has also given her MBRV boost. In addition to that, Brothers has boosted the MBRV even further. Charlotta's HP buff is giving a 20% bonus to HP damage. So if you use Hell's Judgment under these conditions, you get 94k per target. And this takes care of half of your wave right there. Any of the buffs? And I'm gonna do it again. Hell's Judgment. Hell's Judgment. And again. And Ultimate Arrow, because it does full 100%. At this point, I'm doing it just for the sake of doing it. Crystal Core. Crystal Generation, sorry. Done! So as you can see, if you have Sarah and Ultimisia full ingoted, and with at least 7 boards, like this, they trivialize this. They absolutely trivialize this. Charlotta is just there for a HB bonus buff. You just get it up. I don't care if you have the spam skills to get it up. Just get her buff up, and the other two will take care of the rest. And that's it. Done. So hope that helps.